Good evening. I hereby call to order the action session of the Board of School Commissioners for Thursday, March 17th. The colors tonight will be posted this evening by the color guard from Crispus Attucks Medical Magnet High School. The JROTC battalion members posting colors are Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Robinson Ruiz, Cadet Sergeant Patricia Skirvin, Cadet Commandant Sergeant Major Chaz Holder, Cadet Sergeant Marcellus Gregory, Cadet Sergeant Major Augustus Jones, Cadet Sergeant Alexis Dunlop. Leading us in the Pledge of Allegiance will be Cadet Colonel Jalen Sloan. Please rise for the presentation of colors.
Ma'am, the Crispus Attucks Medical Magnet High School Color Guard request permission to present and post colors. Thank you, ma'am. Sergeant Major, post colors. Join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. On. Outward. Face. Forward. March.
Colors. Ho! Prepare to post. Post. Present arms. Order. Arms. Left face. Forward. March.
Thank you to the JROTC battalion from Crispus Attucks. In the absence of Secretary Echols, Vice President Odle, would you please call the roll?
Commissioner Arnold?
Here.
Commissioner Cosby?
Here.
Commissioner Bentley?
Here.
Commissioner Echols? Commissioner O'Connor? Commissioner Odle? Here. Commissioner Sullivan?
Here. Thank you, Commissioner Odle. We will now adopt the agenda for tonight's meeting. Reviewing the proposed agenda, are there any requests for changes to the agenda as presented? Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The agenda is adopted. Having adopted the agenda, we will now proceed to Section 2 of the agenda, which is special recognitions and student performance. First, we have several recognitions this evening. Commissioner Cosby, would you join us in the first recognition? Joining Dr. Farabee, sorry. We'd like to recognize Anthem Indiana Medicaid, our business alliance partner, for Ralph Waldo Emerson, School 58. Anthem Indiana Medicaid recently donated 35 iPads, which will be an extra tool in our toolbox to promote literacy. Anthem Indiana Medicaid is also generous with its time by regularly reading to students. In fact, as employees delivered the iPads, they also performed readings in honor of Black History Month. The organization also jumps in to volunteer during other events as needed. It is my pleasure to present Marketing Manager Marcus White the Certificate of Recognition for Anthem Indiana Medicaid. Thank you. Next, Commissioner Bentley, if you could join Dr. Farabee. We are now going to recognize the Sweet Dreams Project for ensuring every child has the benefit of a good night's sleep. The Sweet Dreams Project provides twin mattresses to students who don't have a bed, both in IPS and other districts. The program's creator, Father Jeffrey Brower, works closely with teachers, principals, and counselors to identify the children who are in need. But Reverend Bauer can't do it alone. He's received unwavering support from Mattress Firm of Indianapolis and Tempur Sealy of Plainfield, which have collectively donated 500 mattresses and counting since December of 2014. It is my pleasure to present Father Bauer, who is joined by Daniel Ramos of Mattress Firm and Matthew Street of Tempur Sealy, with this certificate of recognition for the Sweet Dreams Project. Thank you so much. Finally, if Commissioner Arnold could join Dr. Farabee, we would like to recognize Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Central Indiana for being an unwavering presence at many schools across our district. Approximately 300 of the organization's littles attended 55 different IPS schools. Currently, 16 IPS schools have individual partnerships with Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and we hope to grow that number in the future. We're also proud of IPS employees who volunteer as Bigs to mentor children. We feel fortunate to work with Big Brothers, Big Sisters because research shows providing students with additional caring adults improves academic achievement of those students. As a byproduct, those children experience improvements in self-concept, social behavior, and interpersonal relationships. It is my pleasure to present CEO Darcy Palmer-Schultz and Director of Marketing and Volunteer Engagement, Whitney Smith, with this certificate of recognition for Big Brothers, Big Sisters. We also invite them to announce a few special acknowledgments of their own. Thank you to all our honorees this evening for their extraordinary support of our students and our families. This evening's student performance will be performed by the IPS All-City Honor Choir. The choir, supported through a partnership with the Indianapolis Symphonic Choir, includes a full roster of 30 students representing Arsenal Technical High School, Broad Ripple Magnet High School for the Arts and Humanities, Crispus Attucks Medical Magnet High School, Shortridge International Baccalaureate High School, John Marshall Community High School, Northwest Community High School, Arlington Community High School, and George Washington Community High School. Directed by Shortridge High School music teacher Tarayan Cooper, students rehearse weekly at Forest Manor Professional Development Center. The All-City Honor Choir Spring Tour began earlier this month when students performed at the Indianapolis Symphony Choir's annual gala at the Conrad in downtown Indianapolis. Please welcome the IPS All-City Honor Choir. Thank you to all of our performers. Thank you. We're now moving to section 3, which includes commissioner comments. Do any commissioners wish to offer any comments this evening? Okay, thank you. We now will receive comment from those who have signed up to offer a comment this evening. If you have indicated that you wish to speak on a particular topic on tonight's agenda, you will be called to the podium when the topic you identified is before the board. We have several speakers this evening, so I will remind our speakers that you are allowed 3 minutes to speak, and this time limit will be strictly enforced. Our board administrator will begin a timer when you begin, and I ask that you briefly conclude your remarks when you hear the timer go off. Comments should be directed to the board collectively, should be respectful, and should not address a topic that might be of a confidential nature or that would compromise the impartiality of the board. Thank you. I now call Larry Vaughn to the podium. He's not here. So we will move to section 4, which is the consent agenda. The items included on the consent agenda were reviewed at our agenda review session on Tuesday. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Any comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? The motion carries. We now move to section 5, the treasurer's report. Reviewing the treasurer's report for the month of February, do I have a motion to approve the treasurer's report?
So moved.
Second.
Any comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries. We now move to section 5.2, the proposed 2016-17 budget. A public hearing on the proposed budget for the 2016-17 school year was included at our Tuesday agenda review session. The board will hold a budget adoption meeting on Monday, March 28th at 12 p.m. No action is required for this item at this time. Are there any questions or any comments? Okay. We now move to section 6, board reports. And Commissioner O'Connor provided an update from our Finance Committee at Tuesday's agenda review session. There is an action item for consideration under new business that comes out of the work of the Finance Committee. I will now turn the agenda over to Dr. Farabee.
Good evening, Commissioners. Thank you, Madam President. Next section is section 7, Superintendent Reports. At our agenda review session on Tuesday, March 15th, the administration provided an update on the work of our parent involvement educators. We had an opportunity to hear from 2 of our parent involvement educators that are serving our schools. We continue to be pleased with this strategy as a support to families, but also to ensure that we continue to engage our families, community, and our partners. The next item is 7.02. The administration provided an update on schools that were eligible for conversion. We heard from 2 potential conversion models. The administration has received support from the board to move forward with further discussion and explore those opportunities as presented on Tuesday evening. We will come back to the Board of School Commissioners as we're able to reach agreement on those proposals and provide some frame around what those partnerships may look like and potential term sheets. Those were the 2 superintendent reports.
Thank you. We have 2 individuals signed up for comment on these issues. First, we will hear from Ashley Thomas, followed by Eugenia Murray.
Good evening, Dr. Farabee and members of the board. Okay, I'm a little short. Obviously, my name is Ashley Thomas. My son, Ashton King, attends IPS School 93. During my son's most crucial foundational years, he missed out on so much by attending a constantly failing school, IPS School 93. In the last 2 years since Restore came in, I'm happy to see opportunities for accelerating my son's learning and for him to keep elevating. I'm very glad that other children at School 93 won't suffer the way that my son suffered during those key kindergarten and first grade years at School 93. I want to be sure that we continue to give these babies what they need at School 93. I was very active in the battle of Project Restore, so that's where you recognize me from, to bring Project Restore to School 93. And I can tell you that there's a huge difference in the school between then and now, but there's always so much more work that needs to be done. It is very important to create an effective team to turn around the Far East Side, and that's why I'm here to support Project Restore, teaming up with Phelan Leadership Academies. We need additional abilities to merge ideas to solidify a partnership. This move towards innovation will allow us to have additional collaboration, and I want to be sure that we keep the focus on the children. It is what they need, and we need to be sure that we are continuing to give these babies what they need. I'm a believer in this. I think that this is one of the best ideas that the Restore team has brought to the table for us parents. We need to figure out how to get better and better and even better for these children on the Far East Side, and this is one way to do it. We continue to give the children what they need. Now, of course, I have never stood here alone. However, you all have packets because I've heard that there were some concerns after Tuesday, and so of course, me as parent, I like to activate to see what other parents feel like at IPS School 93. So you also have packets where over the last 2 days, 166 parents signed a petition in support of this change. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Eugenia Murray.
Good evening, Dr. Farabee and members of the board. My name is Eugenia Murray. I have 3 children attending IPS School 93. I'm here tonight to once again ask you to approve the school's move to innovation. In April of 2014, I stood at this very podium advocating for change and the implementation of the Project Restore turnaround model in our then failing school. I stood committed then, and I stand committed now to fighting to ensure our children continue to receive a quality education at our school. And what an awesome transformation 93 has made over the past 2 years. With their innovative and structured turnaround model, Project Restore has done what they said they could do in our school. School 93 is now a performing school. Each day, our children are challenged and motivated by hard work and achievement. They are being taught by quality teachers and administrators, and with continuous parental involvement in our children's education, our children are performing exceptionally well. You need to know that Project Restore has unlocked many minds and opened up so many possibilities for our children. They are performing intellectually and creatively. They are proving that they can be challenged and pushed to perform at higher standards and succeed. What was before can never be again acceptable for our students. The minimum is no longer the standard for our children. And Project Restore has made all the difference. Restore has helped to unlock the key to success in academic achievement in our children. They are rising and cannot be stopped now. Project Restore must stay. So on behalf of our children, who are the most important in all of this, parents and staff, I ask that IPS be open to allow Project Restore 93 the autonomy to make decisions for our community schools. Making our school an innovation school will give additional opportunities to our children through increased flexibility. It is important to establish the Project Restore Phelan partnership. We've been traveling down this road for 2 years, and this partnership is needed. It will solidify the vision and leadership required to push Project Restore ahead and create a well-established, high-performing neighborhood school option for our community. Our children come first before anything else. Let's get this done and give our children what they need. Project Restore all the way and must stay, please.
Thank you. Now move to section 8, Dr. Farabee. Oh, I'm sorry.
Just want to clarify one point on the innovation, the two new innovation schools that we're going into final negotiations on. Both of those would be effective with the fall school year start.
Yes, so the proposals that were discussed as part of item 7.02 that were conversions, those would be schools that would open in fall of 16, along with the two action items, which includes the agreements for Global Preparatory Academy and Condesi, which are in the unfinished business.
Great, so
Are we voting on?
not on those two.
Not yet.
Just an update.
And again, the administration will come back to commissioners once we've had an opportunity to talk through logistics and terms as it relates to the proposed conversion agreements. Next section is section 8, unfinished business. The first item was 8.01. The administration discussed our status with the Skips property. And at this point, we are continuing to engage community partners and continue to engage city leadership around the best use of the property. We will come back to commissioners in April for another status update. The next item is item 8.02, which is a proposed innovation agreement with Global Preparatory Academy at Riverside School 44. In your materials, you have the term sheet, the agreement, and also several attachments associated with this particular partnership. We ask that commissioners approve the agreement as presented for Riverside School 44 in partnership with Global Preparatory Academy.
So moved. Second.
Prior to the motion, I believe we have public comment on this issue from Kenetra Cesney.
Good evening, Dr. Farabee and members of the board. My name is Kenetra Cesney, and my 10-year-old daughter, Kaden, is a fourth grader at Riverside School 44, and I'm also studying early childhood education here at Ivy Tech in Indianapolis. I suspect you have heard a lot of stories about how Riverside has not been performing well, but my story is different. Kaden attended Flaner House Elementary, and when it closed, I looked into what Riverside could offer and moved her there. She was very behind, and the teachers at Riverside helped her catch up 2 grade levels in 2 semesters. Still, the teachers are overwhelmed with large class sizes and student behavior problems, which distracts from the learning of themselves and other students. That's why I'm here tonight to support Global Prep Academy coming into Riverside School 44. I like what I'm hearing about the program, and it sounds like it is well needed. It is a good idea to bring necessary changes to the school because overall, it's going to help bring up the academic standing in that area, in that neighborhood especially. Imagine what my child and others could do with more attention and smaller class sizes. Please approve the contract with Global Prep to ensure we have a strong school in the neighborhood. Thank you.
Thank you.
Family support.
Do I have a motion to approve Resolution 7698, authorizing the agreements as presented?
So moved. Second.
Any comments? Commissioner Cosby?
I just want to speak in general to the next 2 items, Global Prep and Condesi. These are 2 schools that have, as we've heard time and time again, been through some mess in this past several years, and I have heard time and time again from parents who have been concerned about the status of their children in these schools, and I feel what they're saying. So I just want to announce my intent to support these 2 items, and just stress the fact that we need to take these Innovation Network schools on an individual basis, I think, and each school is different. We've got to weigh pros and cons in each situation. But I do appreciate the parents for coming out and sharing their concerns with the board.
Any other comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The motion carries.
The next item is item 8.03, which also includes an innovation agreement. This innovation agreement is for Joyce Kilmer School 69 in partnership with Condesi Academy and Latse. Also in the materials you will find our term sheet, also the agreement, and there's a resolution as well, 7699, along with attachments associated with the partnership. We ask that commissioners consider for approval the innovation agreement as presented with Joyce Kilmer and Condesi Academy.
We also have some public comment on this issue as well from Sharon Perry.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm making it short and sweet. So, today, my name is Sharon, and I'm here tonight to present to y'all a letter that I supported Condesi Academy into Joyce Kilmer. Me and some of the parents got together and made an effort to go into the neighborhoods and the community and at the school to find out who likes the Condesi Academy. So, today I presented 48 signatures to support Condesi coming to our school. So can you please support our babies and let them have it at their school? Thank you.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve Resolution 7699 authorizing the agreements as presented?
So moved. Second.
Any comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Next section is new business. The first item in new business is item 9.01. Commissioner O'Connor has provided the board with several updates on the RFP process for refinancing our bond, along with Chief Financial Manager Weston Young. We ask that commissioners consider the resolution as presented to execute an RFP process for proposed bond refinancing as presented.
Do I have a motion to approve Resolution 7700 as presented?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? I'm sorry, were there any comments on that issue?
No, I was just going to urge.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Urge our financial advisor and our staff to make sure we take every effort to assure we have a diverse team working on the refinancing.
Thank you, Commissioner Odle. Sorry, I didn't notice.
All right.
The next item is item 9.02. This item is a new item that was not discussed at the general review session that we recently received. We're excited to announce that we have an opportunity to receive an investment from American Structure Point, a local engineering firm here in Indianapolis that wants to support the implementation of Project Lead the Way in Indianapolis. We ask that commissioners provide support for this particular grant and agreement, giving the district the ability to move forward and receive the dollars as presented.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And our thanks to American Structure Point
Yes.
and Project Lead the Way.
Fantastic.
A great
I think
investment.
Applause is in order on that. Now we will move to closing comments, if any commissioners have any comments. Okay, thank you. The superintendent, do you have any comments?
Just a few comments. One, I just want to, again, remind our community and those individuals that express interest in having a conversation around youth violence, that we will hold a session after spring break in April on the 7th. We've also sent out a save the date for that conversation. Also a reminder that we have scheduled sessions for families around special education. We have special education one-on-one sessions in April as well. There's a session on the 12th that provides families the opportunity to learn more about their rights, what's available to students through our special education services. Again, I just want to reiterate our gratitude to American Structure Point for their investment in IPS. This is a significant investment to advancing STEM and engineering instruction in our district. And also Project Lead the Way, which is also a local organization that has stepped up to provide professional development and resources to support implementation of Project Lead the Way. Just a reminder to all of our families and the public that IPS will continue to provide meals over spring break. We have several satellite sites throughout the district. That information is available on our website at www.myips.org, and that information will also be shared with students and families tomorrow as students go home for break. And again, just encourage all of our staff and students to enjoy the time away and get some rest and be prepared to run hard when we get back in April.
Thank you, Dr. Farabee. Having completed all items on the agenda, our next meeting will be our work session on Tuesday, April 19th at 6 p.m. I hope that all of our students and teachers have a safe and relaxing spring break. It is well deserved. Thank you to everyone who came out this evening. This meeting is adjourned.